Welcome to the introduction to rule number 1. I'm Phil Town, and this first tutorial is rule number 1 strategy, the overview of the basics. Rule 1 investing started with Warren Buffett, who said there's really just 2 rules of investing. Rule number 1, don't lose money, and rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. So rule number 1 is about investing, not about speculating, and investing is about certainty. Who uses Rule 1 style investing anyway? Well, just about the best investors in the world unanimously are using this strategy. It's not used by very many amateurs, but the pros love it. It's all about focusing on a couple of key things that we're going to talk about. Ben Graham started it all. Warren Buffett's the most famous proponent of Rule 1 investing. Tom Knapp, Bill Ruane ran Sequoia Fund. Charlie Munger, of course, is still helping run Berkshire Hathaway. Eddie Lampert, one of the best investors right now. Bill Ackman runs Pershing Square. Bill Nygren runs Oakmark Select. Whitney Tilson runs T3. These guys are hedge fund managers, some of the best investors in the world. Rule 1 investing is focusing on not losing money. That's the basic idea. And not losing money means first, be certain of what you're doing, and then go ahead and make the investment, because guessing and hoping and wishing and praying and waiting, which is what most people are doing, just buy something and hope and wait, these are not Rule 1 strategies. Warren Buffett said, be certain. And here's how you're going to be certain. If you buy a wonderful business at an attractive price, you're certain to make money. It's essentially like buying a $10 bill for $5. You focus on a couple of key things to make sure you know what you're getting. In this sentence, he said, you buy a wonderful business and you get it at an attractive price. So let's take a look at those things. What's a wonderful business? First off, it's an understandable business. Second, it has a durable competitive advantage. And third, the CEO is someone who we believe is honest, very passionate about what they're doing, and they're owner-oriented. That means they have our best interest in mind. And what's an attractive price? Well, first you know the value of the business as a business, because you can't figure out the price until you know what it's worth, and then you buy it at a discount to its value. So doesn't everybody use these principles? Well, it's amazing, but Warren Buffett said that it's extraordinary to me that the idea of buying dollar bills for 50 cents takes immediately with people, or it doesn't take at all. It's like an inoculation. If it doesn't grab a person right away, I find you can talk to them for years and show them records, and it doesn't make any difference. They just don't seem to be able to grasp the concept, simple as it is. So we're going to go back and make sure we understand now. What's a wonderful business? It's understandable. We call that the meaning of the business. It's durable. We call that the moat, like the water around a castle protects it from attack. And the CEO is honest, passionate, and owner-oriented. We call that management. Those are the first 3 M's. We make sure that we understand all 3 M's before we go forward. Then we look at the price. Ben Graham, who taught Warren Buffett how to do this, said the 3 most important words of investing are margin of safety. You might want to make a real note of that. It's very important. Margin of safety is the price we arrive at by looking at the sticker price, which is the value, and then we look 50% below that to buy it. Or we look per payback time of 8 years or less. We'll discuss that in another tutorial. Or we're looking at 70% of tangible book value or less. We'll take a look at that in another tutorial as well. So 4 straightforward steps to becoming wealthy. Number 1, find a wonderful business, and we're going to do that by looking at meaning, moat, and management. And number 2, know what it's worth as a business, and then buy it at a discount to its value. That's margin of safety. So there's the 4 M's, meaning, moat, management, margin of safety, and you're going to repeat that until we get rich. So this tutorial has been an overview of the basics. Next, the first M, meaning. And your homework is to memorize the 4 M's, meaning, moat, management, margin of safety, and then think about this. What are you passionate about in your life? What do you love doing? What do you feel like you're talented at? What do you love spending money on? Think about that. That's going to be something we talk about in the next tutorial.